Is there a crazy Hollywood memory from being on the set of the morning show?
There's no real Hollywood memories because you get around Reese and Jen, and what's one thing that's great about them is that they're just very normal, grounded people. I think what happens in this industry, for better or for worse, is you become a mega movie star and you become extremely guarded because everybody wants something from you. And they're just casual. So like us on set is us just kind of like farting around with your cousins kind of thing. So there's really nothing like amazing about it, except every now and then I will look over and I'll be like, oh my God, you're the girl I fell in love with watching The Man in the Moon when I was 15 years old. Or like, oh my God, you came into my living room when I was a junior in high school and Friends and blew my brains open. So that happens every now and then, but otherwise it's just like family time.
Well, my craziest Hollywood memory is walking on to set for the morning show, sitting down and doing a table read with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. I knew Billy Crudup before we started, but it was awesome to be sitting down with these incredible actors. It's like a dream come true.
Well, I mean, I will tell you this. The first table read was so intense for me because I'm walking into this room and it was, I think, probably the biggest table read in television history with the amount of people that were in that room. It's the launch of a network, right? And this is their darling show. So that first table read was intense. And the first thing I said to Reese was like, oh my God, my heart just stopped. I just met you. And she was such a darling as she's been through the entire process. And, you know, it was just like, no, and she gave me a compliment before anything else. I'm like, come on, Reese, you're giving me a compliment first.
How quickly do they just turn into like regular people you go to work with?
Immediately. I mean, they give you a hug. They welcome you into the room. They welcome you into the storytelling. They ask for your input. It never felt like there was any sort of hierarchy when it came to the work. It was really, really inspiring.
How many times can you fawn over Reese before she's like, okay, enough?
Okay, this is a very complicated answer because Reese is honestly, she's usually fawning over you. Like, she's always leading to a compliment with you, and I never fawn over her because she's just a down-to-earth person. That it just feels like she's your friend, your cousin, your sister. There's no sort of like, oh, I'm Reese Witherspoon when she walks into the room. So I guess fawning never really comes into the picture with her, which is amazing.
Do you, like us, obsess over who Jennifer should date?
I don't obsess over who Jennifer should date. We become friends a little bit off screen. And what I love about her at this point in her life is she's like friend to the world. Like, she has people to her house. She invites their kids over. She feeds us all. She's just like, she's good. She's solid.
I do have my opinions.
What kind of a guy?
Well, I think that she's spectacular. So I think that she should date somebody really fantastic, down to earth, with a bit of with a little bit of artistic edge.
You?
I think Jen has her eyes perhaps in other places right now, but I do have a crush on her.
I think she's a grown woman and she can make those kind of decisions for herself.
So what kind of a dude is worthy of Jennifer Aniston?
I would say, honestly, no one.
What kind of man is good enough for Jennifer Aniston?
This is the question. Is anyone? I don't know. She's a very powerful woman and I'm sure she can do whatever she likes.
You launched a network.
I launched a network.
How does it feel?
It feels great to be in a support position launching a network, to be clear. I think Reese and Jen really launched the network. And I think Reese and Jen, kind of did something cool with this show. Just you know what? I could go do, Fast and the Furious or a bunch of other action movies, but I'm going to, tell an important story and leverage my celebrity and move the needle. And I think they did it.
What was it like to be part of that very important conversation on television?
I mean, for me, not being a creator of the show and just being an actor, I had a very small role in that, which is basically how were the women who led this show made to feel by men in positions of power, in particular a guy like Chip. And I sat and I listened to them, and I tried to portray him to the best of my ability as to how they were made to feel. And it's really their show, and I'm just living in it.
When you do a show like this, is the Golden Globes pretty much the aim?
I think the aim first is just to do a good show and something that you're really proud of. And I have to say that for myself, I'm so proud of our show and how it turned out, the message behind it, and the work that we've done. And it's just sort of icing on the cake that we've been able to garner attention and the approval of the Golden Globes. That means a lot.
I feel so strongly about this story that we told on the morning show, and I feel like Apple Network hit it out of the park. It's the first show, their first season, their brand new network, and it's just really meaningful to me.
You know, it's a real privilege, and I think it's been amazing, and a responsibility to take on some of the themes of the show, especially involving my character. But I feel really proud that the show has taken on, the grey area of the issues of sexual misconduct and sexual assault in the workplace. They're tough issues, but I feel like we really went for it. I think a lot of people feel like it's generated more conversation and, are seeing themselves in the characters, and hopefully it creates more healing.
Is there anything you can tell us about the second season?
Let me think about that. No. And also, I don't know that much. There's a lot of, rumors swirling around, because for me, that's what they are. They're rumors, because, I don't know. But there's definitely, following the show, know that there's definitely some exciting places that we can and will go for the second season.